Peace fam, it's Davina, and in today's practice, we're focusing on twists, as twists can be really healing for the spine. Come to a comfortable seated position. And as you come into your seat, if you need more support, you can use a block underneath your hips, or you can roll up a blanket and place it underneath your hips. All right, first up are neck cars. Take a deep breath in, lower your chin to your chest, drag your chin to your right shoulder, look to the right, lean your head back, look over your right shoulder, look up to the ceiling, look over your left shoulder, look to the left, lower your chin to your chest, and bring your chin back around to the center. We'll go the opposite way now. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your chin to your chest. Drag your chin to your left shoulder. Look to the left. Lean your head back, look over your left shoulder. Look up towards the ceiling. Look over your right shoulder. Look to the right. Lower your chin to your chest and come back around to the center. For scapula cars, bring your arms kind of like a robot. So elbows right by your sides, wrists and forearms parallel to the ground. Take your right scapula, which is your shoulder blade, up towards your ear. Take it back, down, and around. So we're kind of making a little circle. Up, back, down, around. One more. Up, back, down, around. And we'll do the other side. Take it up, back, down, around. Be mindful not to lead with just the shoulder. Use the scapula, which is the shoulder blade that's in the back of the body. Ready? Up, back, down, around. One more. Up, back, down, around. Then just relax your arms by the sides of your body. And then come to a kneeling position. If your knees are sensitive, you can take your block and sit on top of your block. All right, from here, you're going to cross your arms in front of your chest, lower your chin towards your chest, and then slowly take a deep breath in, press the air into your belly. You're going to rotate to the right, lean to the right, so it's almost like a side crunch to your right. Lean back without moving your hips. Roll over to the left side, so you're crunching on your left side. Roll forward and back around to the center, okay? We'll do that again going the opposite way. So round, rotate to the left this time, crunch on the side, and then take it back. Over to the right side, you're gonna crunch on the right side, round forward, and come back forward to a neutral position and release. All right, the next one is neck cars with a little fun times. So we're in this elevated position on top of the block. So we're going back to the neck cars. Lower your chin towards your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drag your chin to the right. Look to the right. Pause. So as you start to lean your head back, you're going to pause in this position. As you pause in this position, notice how the left side of your neck feels. If it feels really disrespectful, you can lift your head up a little bit. Otherwise, stay in this position and now reach your left fingertips out to the side. Notice any tension that you have in your left shoulder. Soften and relax the shoulder away from your ear. Good. Lift your chin, look to the right. Drag your chin to your chest, back to the center. Look up. Other side. Lower your chin to your chest. Drag your chin to the left. Look to the left. Lean your head back and pause. Reach your right fingertips out to the side. And as you're reaching your fingertips out to the side, check in with your right side neck. Notice if you're feeling any sensations there. And you can always lift your head up slightly. Good. Slowly lift the head, look to the left, lower your chin to your chest, come back around, relax. All right, up next are shoulder cars. For this, you're going to bring your right hand out in front. I like to place the left hand on the hip. The idea here is that you are keeping your spine neutral. You're keeping your shoulders neutral. You're not rotating or arching in order to just move your shoulder, okay, to be able to move your arm. All right, here we go. Spin your palm so it's forward, and you're slowly going to cross your body and just pause here. Keep the shoulders neutral, palm faces up. Now you're going to slice through the air. Now as you start to slice through the air, this is where you might start to feel some love and attention along your shoulder. You're going to reach up, and you're resisting the urge to just swing your arm. So you reach up, back, and now take your left hand to your ribs, and you're going to reach your arm back, and now spin your thumb out, out, out. Bring your arm by the side of your body. So your palm is still facing out to the side. Now we're going to reverse it. Reach your arm back, back, and then when you can't take it anymore, you're going to spin your palm up towards the ceiling, just like we were, and you're going to slice back through the center and down to your side. This can be really, really challenging. If you're doing this, that ain't it. That ain't it, okay? So you want to keep your torso neutral, and everything is nice and slow and controlled. Let's try the left side. Bring your left hand out in front, palm facing up. Slowly slice the arm up, pause. Feel what it's like in your arm for your palm to be in this position. Good. And then keep slicing up. Resist the urge to arch your back. Take your arm up, over, back behind you, and now you're going to spin your thumb out and down, reaching the arm by your side. So at this point, my palm is still facing out to the side. Reverse your movements. Take the arm back as far as you can. When you can't take it anymore, you're going to rotate to spin your palm up, slowly slicing through the air. Okay? So that practice of controlled articular rotations is really challenging. And your work is just to take it easy each day. The same way that we did the neck cars to a certain point, so we stopped here, you can do the same exact thing with your shoulder. So you can stop here instead of doing the whole entire rotation. Cool? All right. From here, come to lie down on your back. As you come to lie down on your back, bend your knees up so the soles of the feet are flat on the ground. Take a moment to observe the parts of your body that are connected to the earth. Hip circles. Draw your right thigh in towards your chest. Take it out, down, and around. Again, out, down, and around. One more. Out, down, and around. Good. Slowly release that. Other side. Draw your left thigh into your chest. Take the knee out, down, and around. Good. Out, down, and around. One more. Out, down, and around. Place your foot on the ground. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Windshield wiper your knees from one side to the other. Let the knees relax and observe what you feel in your low back, hips, and your groin. Come back to a neutral position. Hip circles in the opposite direction. So you're going to go down, out, and around. Right leg down, out, and around. Last one, down, out, and around. Release your foot down, other side. Down, out, and around. Notice what your right hip is doing. Keep it stationary. Down, out, and around. Last one. Down, out, and around. Release your feet down. Keep your feet about hip distance apart, and we'll take a few pelvic tilts. Arch through your low back, so lift through your low back. Exhale, lift your front hip points towards your bottom ribs and press your low back into the ground. Inhale, arch through your low back, so there's a little curve there. Then lift the front hip points towards your bottom ribs. Last one, arch through the low back. Exhale, curl, front hip points in. And then release that into a neutral position. Take your right knee into your chest, interlace your fingers on top of the shin. Exhale, extend the left leg long. Switch. Draw the left thigh in, right leg long. Switch. Keep moving in this way and observe what you feel in your core, hips, and maybe you even feel this a little bit in your hamstrings. Hear the sound of your breath. Feel your breath move through your body. Take one more on each side. Good. And when you're finished, pause, place the feet flat on the ground. Take your hands to your thighs. Press your hands into your thighs and draw your belly down. Good. All right, interlace your fingers underneath your head and neck. Bring your shins parallel to the floor. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press your back into the ground. Draw your belly down. Inhale, lift head and shoulders, down. Exhale, twist to the left, straighten your right leg to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, come back to the center, stay lifted. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to the center. Hold the breath, curl your tailbone, and so twist. Inhale, back to the center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone. Exhale, twist. Notice that my right shoulder is not out to the side, but my elbow is in. Inhale, back to the center. Hold the breath, curl the tailbone, exhale, twist. Inhale, back to the center. Hold the breath, exhale, twist. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, release back. Place the hands on your thighs. Rest your hands into your thighs. Up next is bridge. Bring your elbows by the sides of your body. Think of moving your shoulder blades together. So squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press down through your feet. Curl your tailbone and now lift your hips up. Drive down through your elbows so that the front of your hip creases are free. Deep breaths. To unwind, slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Slowly release that. Roll to your side. And as you roll to your side, come up into tabletop. Good. As you're in tabletop position, see that your wrist and shoulders are in the same line. Good. Knees and hips in the same line. Here we go. All right. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, place your hand behind your head. Good. Elbow to elbow. So bring your right elbow to your left elbow. And then inhale it up. Exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Last one, elbow to elbow. Inhale, reach it up. And then just slowly release that for the other side. All right. Reach your left arm up. Take your hand behind your head. Exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, elbow to elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Last one, elbow to elbow. Reach it up. Then slowly release that and come to a seated position for just a moment. All right. So as you were doing that, you might have started to feel some activation in your side body and your spine, which is great. We're going to move on to spine segmentation. So come back into tabletop. cat your upper back like crazy. You're going to keep your upper back rounded. The only thing that's going to move are your hips or your pelvis specifically. So round in the upper back, tilt your pelvis forward and down, and then lengthen the sit bones towards the back of the knees. Keep the round in your upper back, tilt the pelvis, and then lengthen the sit bones towards the back of the knees. One more time. Keep the round in your back, tilt the pelvis, and then come back to neutral. All right. I know that seems weird, but it's really good for your spine, especially if you sit at a desk all day or if you have problems with your low back after standing for long periods of time. Okay? All right. Up next, we're playing with hip circles. So I'm actually going to turn so you can see the hips. All right. Knit your ribs in so your spine is neutral. You're going to take your right knee out to the side, back and up, back to the center. So out, back, up. Notice that the spine stays neutral as you do this. So you want to avoid arching your back just to lift your leg up. It's not worth it. All right, reverse. So you're going to go back and up, out, in, back and up, out, in. As you're doing this, keep the left hip neutral. So back and up, out, in. Pause just for a moment. Sit your hips to your heels. Check in with your glutes. And we got the other side. All right. Left leg. Take your left knee out to the side, back and up, back to the center. Out, back, center. One more. Out, back, center. So avoid swaying your hips just to lift your leg. Cool? All right. Reverse. Take the leg back and up, out to the side, back to neutral. Up, out, neutral. Up, out, neutral. Release that. Sit your hips to your heels and take a moment to check in with your hips and your glutes. All right? All right. Take your right leg out to the side with your left knee bent. Okay? Hands right in front of you. And first, we're just going to rock. So send your hips back, send your hips forward. As you move in this way, if you feel any pulling at your knee or your hamstring, you can put a tiny bend in your right knee or simply skip this. Okay? All right. Pause in the center. Walk your hands around to the left. Reach your right arm forward and over your head. Walk the hands around to the center. Put your right hand on your right thigh. Sweep the left arm overhead. So now we're just going to sway through those two positions. Okay? So you're pressing your hips forward and back as you move from side to side. Take one more. Good. And then slowly release. Come back to the center, switch sides. Take your left leg out. And first, you're just rocking front to back to check in with your hamstring, to check in with your knee, to see that everything feels okay. Good. All right, next time you're forward, pause. Walk your hands to the right. Reach your right arm overhead. Now send your hips back. Put your left hand on your left thigh. Reach your right arm overhead. Switch. So now you're just swaying from side to side. Okay? Notice any new sensations on this side versus the other side. Slowly release that. Work your way back to the center and sit your hips to your heels. Cool? All right. Up next, you're going to take your block and sit on top of your block. Out, Depending on your knee health, body might be like, no. So you have an extra block, you can stack them. Either way, you're coming into position. And in seated position, bringing your thighs close to your chest, right? If you're on the balls of your feet, walk your feet forward, okay? In this position, interlace the fingers behind the head or simply place your hands behind your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the left, lower elbow to the inside of your right thigh. Slowly come up. Twist to the right, lower the left elbow. Come back up. Twist to the left, lower, come back up. Twist, lower, come back up. Excuse me. We're like on a whole break right now. It's happening. I know. Excuse me. From the center, slowly release that. Lift your hips up, straighten your legs, shake your legs out, and come to stand. As you come to stand, move your block out of the way, and we're going to play with balance. Shift the weight into your left leg, bring your right leg up, and then twist. So left hand forward, right arm back. You can even place your hand on your thigh. Slowly come back to the center. Step your right foot down. Lift your left thigh. Reach your arms up. Exhale, twist. Catch the thigh or not. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Shift the weight into your left leg. Reach your arms up, right thigh parallel. Exhale, twist. Catch the thigh. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release. Shift the weight into your right leg. Pick up your left thigh. Reach your arms up. Exhale, twist. Right hand goes to the outside of the thigh. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release. Shake your legs out. All right, come to the top of your mat. Locate your blocks. Okay, we're going to keep the blocks pretty close to you. Good. Here we go. Fold and place your hands on your blocks. Step your left foot back. Place your left knee on the ground. With your left knee on the ground, shift your weight forward, lift your chest, and then rock back. Straighten through your front leg. Shift your weight forward, rock back. Shift your weight forward and hold. Walk the blocks back. And in this position, you want your right hip slightly back, left hip forward, so you keep a neutral hip. Reach your arms up. Interlace the hands behind your head and neck. Lift your heart and chest. Notice if you're dumping into your low back. Think lift the chest, lift the front hip points towards the bottom ribs. Slowly release that. Place your hands on the blocks. Straighten through your front leg. And now move the blocks to the inside of your front foot. Here we go. You're going to bend into your knee and straighten. Bend into the right knee, chest up, straighten. Bend into the knee, chest up. Good. And straighten. All right, last time. You're going to stay in this position. Now, walk the hands forward as you squeeze your heel towards your butt. You're just squeezing, 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 heel towards the butt. Good. Slowly release that. Straighten through your leg. Tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee. Step your foot forward. Switch your legs out. So first you're in a neutral lunge, one hand on either side of your front foot. Rock back, and then bend. Rock back, and then bend into your front knee. We'll do it one more time. Straighten the leg. As you rebend, walk your hands back, fingertips on the blocks. Reach your arms up, interlace the fingers behind your head and neck. Lift your heart and chest. Again, avoid dumping. So lift your front hip points, reach your elbows up. Slowly release that, hands to your block. Straighten through your front leg. Move the blocks to the inside of your front foot. Rebend, but keep your chest lifted. Straighten, rebend. Heart stays lifted the entire time. Rebend and straighten. You'll end with a bent knee. You can walk your hands forward slightly, and now squeeze your heel towards your butt. Deepen your breath. Good. And then slowly release that, straighten through your front leg. Tuck your back toes under. Step your back foot to the top of the mat. Good. All right. Slowly come to stand, shake your legs out. And we're there. We're right where we want to be. So take a fold, hands on the blocks. Step your left foot back, place your knee down. Move the block underneath your right hand out of the way. You don't need it anymore. You're going to place your hand on your thigh. Scoot your right foot over so you have a wide stance. You can stay at the medium height of this front block. Squeeze your hip, your heel towards your hip, and then reach back. So you're going to reach back to catch your foot. If you just whipped your arm back and it didn't feel good, take the arm up and then back, squeeze. Okay? If you're rounding forward, you're actually further away from your foot. Lift your chest, spread across your collarbones, and take your foot. Cool? All right, slowly release that. Straighten through your front leg. You can use your block. Tuck the back toes under, step forward, switch your legs out. This time, block stays underneath the right hand. Move the left hand away from your block. Place your left hand on your thigh. You're going to send your hips forward and down. Squeeze your heel towards your butt. Reach your left arm up. Now take your hand to grab the pinky toe side of your foot. Again, it's about keeping your chest open. Reach back, squeeze the heel towards the butt. Slowly release that. Straighten through your front leg. And then come on down. All right. Shake your legs. Tap your legs. Good. And then take your legs out in front as you come to a seated position. As you come into this seated position, take a few circles and just notice how your hips feel in this position. Notice how your low back feels, how your middle back feels. And then change directions. Go the opposite way. Register any new feelings or sensations. Good. And then pause in the center. And you're just going to walk your hands forward so that your elbows are on your thighs. If your body was like, no, I don't, use your blocks, okay? And just relax your head down. You can have a little sway. But this is the time to check in with your low back. So anytime we start twisting, low back can tighten up. However, we did a lot of hip work, so hopefully your hips feel open and your low back feels protected. One more deep breath in. Exhale, rinse the breath out. Slowly release that, come upright. Hopefully your back feels nice and open, and so do your hips. Have a great rest of your day. Peace and blessings.